Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my very own seminar. And let me see, for those of you, has anyone not been into one of my seminars during the day here? If you all see me, oh, well done, okay. Then let me introduce myself. I'm Paul Richer. I run a management consultancy called Genesis, and we advise on technology in the travel industry. And if you'd like a copy of the presentation, let me have your business card at the end of the session. And the same for anyone else. If you've given me your business card already, you probably know by now that's fine. You don't need to do so again. So what I thought I'd talk about is my own seminar now, is Online Essentials. We've heard a lot today about social media. We've heard about mobile and content. But I do worry that in all the excitement of these new things, we're actually getting away from what's important and what will really make you some money. So I'm going to take you through a bit of social media, a bit of mobile, and work my way through to the essentials. This is what I talked about last year, actually. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all good stuff. I touched on mobile last year. I just briefly touched on maximizing your website's conversion capability. I do want to talk more about that today. So my topics are really based on what's been happening here in the last year. Social media is working well for many travel companies. Who was here in the social media seminar earlier on? It was packed, wasn't it? I was amazed. It's such a big interest there. Mobile popularity snowballing, we saw that. And consumer power continues to increase. If consumers don't like you, they're going to complain, and they're going to do it online and do it publicly. And we've got some new buzzwords. We heard about Solo-Mo. Integrated marketing is a new buzzword. Loyalty loops, new buzzword. But it's your website that's still doing the selling. So these are my topics. I want to talk about the buzzy things. Solo-Mo, social logo, mobile, integrated marketing, loyalty loops, addressing consumer power, and then more about converting your visitors to customers. If you want to ask a question, put your hand up as I go along. I'm not sure I'll see you because these lights are so bright, but just sort of wave it backwards and forwards a lot and you might attract my attention, or even shout. So let me start on the first buzzword. You've heard this mentioned, Solo-Mo, social, local, mobile. It's what we're all tending to do a bit now. An acronym that was coined by a venture capitalist this year, sometime earlier in the year. And it's best summed up by a song I heard. Now, has anyone heard of Hugo Frey and his song Santiano? I'll have to play that for you a minute. Another French person who calls themselves JC Frog has actually taken the song and reworded it. Let me just play you the first song so you can tell how clever JC Frog's been in rewording it. This is Hugo Frey singing Santiano. Long introduction.
C'est un feu de trois mâts, comme un oiseau, il s'est beau, Santiano.
Okay, thank you. Right, remember that melody, because now this is the much more exciting version, which explains what Solo-Mo's all about.
Goodbye, old world and frontiers no more. Solo-Mo, checking where you go. This huge world is such a tiny place, since we can locate the human race. Sail away, my son, daddy fears no more. Solo-Mo, checking where you go. Live your life and just please let me know if you share, your daddy will follow. Relax, my son, this is no big road. Solo-Mo, wherever much of if you go to a place that daddy shouldn't know.
Very nice. And yep, your parents know where you are nowadays unless you turn off your mobile phone. So we're all checked in. We know where we are, and there's a lot of commercial organizations trading on that. So social media interaction is now Martini anytime, any place, anywhere. I could play you a lovely Martini ad from the 1980s, but maybe I'll miss that one. Oh, you see I've got the link right there. Anyone want to hear a Martini advert? Yes, all right, okay. Martini. This is so 1980s.
This is the Martini time of day.
This is northwest London where I live.
Martini Rosso. Anytime, any place, anywhere. Because Martini is the right one.
Yes, okay. Anytime, any place, anywhere, which is actually solo-mo. Martini got there first. So we know that smartphones are, well, hands up who doesn't have a smartphone and wants to admit it. Well done, sir. Very good. Okay. The last person in World Travel Market without an iPhone. That's excellent. And everyone feels the urge to share right here, right now. I don't know if you do. My kids do. This is my son, Stephen, saying, where are we? Starting at the bottom. Off to Brussels for a long meeting. The Eurostar is a fantastic invention. Hopefully hotels nicer than the reviews say. Stuck on Eurostar outside St Pancras. Apparently train in front has broken down. Please can they reopen the buffet car? And he says that again. And give free food, he wants now. And so it goes on until he's back home again, and he says, check out the cool frog in our garden enjoying itself in the downpour. And kids, my son's not a kid, he's 25 years old. People feel the need to share everything with everyone. I don't know if anyone's interested in the frog in our front garden, but there we are. And probably more interested in Eurostar breaking down. There is this desire now, and I think it's coming into the psyche, that you will be communicating everything you do. And it's being helped along by little apps like Facebook now has a check-in button on your mobile. And I don't like telling people where I was, but I was wasting my time at Las Vegas airport the other week, as one does. And I just couldn't resist clicking that check-in button and telling everyone. In fact, I did actually, before I left, I checked in at Gatwick Airport. I was flying Virgin Atlantic to Las Vegas. And I did check in, and the queue was just ridiculous. And I did type, I'm stuck in a massive Virgin queue and at Gatwick Airport. And on Facebook, I did get a few comments about that. I should have said a massive capital V for Virgin Atlantic queue, but so I got some lovely comments on Facebook there. You've got to word things carefully when you're talking to the world. So everyone is checking in. People know where you're located. And where am I now? That's Facebook when I'm opening up and trying to check in. I'm just sitting at home, but it seems to know everywhere near to me that's worth knowing. Google+, we talked about it in one of the presentations a bit earlier. I mentioned I haven't got that many friends. I've got one friend in that circle, one family member, and 2 acquaintances. I'm not doing very well here. But Google is so influential in our lives now that I think actually Google+ might well take off. And of course, once you have Google+ on your mobile phone, once again, would you like to use current location, OK or don't allow? And you're tempted just to click OK. And Google+ knows where you are. So opening the Google+ app and selecting your circle, which is nearby, this is people you don't know, which are just nearby. Here was Christian Lorenzuti, who's checked in finally eating fish and chips somewhere near me and getting some comments. What's interesting is that Google+ is taking this check-in a stage further in that people will know where you are even if you don't know them. which is, I don't know what to make of that. Maybe I should have commented to Christian, say, please bring down around any chips you can't eat because I haven't eaten yet, but I didn't do that. So I feel that maybe some of this location-based activity is getting quite invasive. Was it the film Blade Runner or Minority Report, where you're walking around and all the shops are sending out Minority Report, thank you, where as you walk by, the shop recognizes you and pops up a display message on the window. We have the technology now to do that. It's quite frightening. I suppose the other frightening thing is, whereas my generation might find it intrusive, I got a feeling that teenagers today will just accept that everyone will know where they are. Social, local, and mobile. And of course, social media is here to stay. Let me just play you a video with some stats. We all like to have stats. So thanks to Omo Bono for that video. My favourite stats are Lady Gaga, 7.7 million people following her on Twitter. Hands up, who's following Lady Gaga? You're all too shy. And then I like Facebook being the world's third largest country population-wise. Social media's here. And I think, judging by the popularity of the social media session here today, we can see that it's definitely here. So what are the implications? That we know all about this now. Well, if your customers are checking in to your business, then all their friends are going to know about it. I knew about that lady, maybe as a man, I'm not sure, never met before, who's checked into the local fish and chip shop around the corner to us. I don't even know her, and I knew she was checked in. My friends knew I was at Las Vegas airport. I haven't checked into any hotels or restaurants lately, but I expect you do. So if you're a destination, a physical place, a restaurant, a hotel, or an attraction, if people are checking in at your place, that's fantastic. They're telling all their friends that you actually exist. And as part of the social media solo-mo revolution, is you'll see I've written there, if your checked-in customers are happy, all their friends will know. But there's a downside, because if your customers are unhappy, all their friends will know. And I really think that you need to be doing what you can in your business to keep your customers happy. I think gone are the days now when you could get away with having a restaurant with lousy food or a hotel with, I don't know, poorly decorated bedrooms or plumbing not right, because unfortunately you'll be found out. And I do think that social media is having an effect on product quality. It has to, because if you're running a second-rate business, everyone will know and they won't turn up. It's because the comments are instant, but they stick. And you can do a search on the web for bad hotel reviews or bad restaurant reviews that were posted in an instant, maybe on Twitter, maybe on Facebook, maybe on a blog, and they're still there years and years later. So I think the influence of social media is it means we all have to do a better job. Big implication. And you'll have heard today that it's all about getting involved. You can't sit on the sidelines anymore and just leave social media to get on with itself. Here's an example of hostels.com getting involved on Facebook, doing quite well, just close on 20,000 people liking this. And the way they're getting involved is by trying to get some kind of interaction with their friends. So, have you entered our competition for a chance to win 5 free nights in Florence? Getting people involved. 2 people like that. Well, hopefully more people enter the competition. Putting up a picture. Where in the world is this? And someone answering it's in Covent Garden. Another one says Covent Garden as well. But the fact is, just putting a photo up there and asking a question has got some interaction. And part of doing business with people is to start them interacting with you. They know you, they're becoming related to you. It's going to make it much easier for you to sell them things. Get involved. Here's, I showed this case study last year, Giraffe Restaurant Chain, and I talked about how Vicky, their marketing manager, does a lot of tweeting. She's following 9,000 people, actually 14,000 are following her, that's very good, a lot of customers. Put out 28,000 tweets. And what she's doing, I think we touched on this in one of the earlier sessions, she's actually roaming the web and looking for people who are talking about Giraffe Restaurant, and she will get engaged in the conversations. I think she showed, I've seen a presentation of hers, she showed us a series of tweets about someone having their birthday party at a Giraffe Restaurant. And she saw that was happening. She didn't make a comment on it at all, but she phoned that restaurant manager and said that, I know, Susan, maybe that was the name of the lady, was having a birthday party. When she comes in, why not surprise her with a birthday cake and all the staff singing happy birthday? And they did that and got fantastic, fantastic feedback as a result. Good use of Twitter. And we'll come back. I'll show you a bit more of what she's done when she comes to address customer service elements. So when we get to that bit, I'll talk more about that. Before I come on to mobile, any questions at all so far, or any comments anyone wants to make? Good, you're all happy then. That's social media in a nutshell. I don't want to dwell on it because it's not my main topic of conversation for this seminar, but we need to put things in context. And likewise with mobile, we had our stats on social, let's have some stats on mobile. Good, and thank you for Stocktown for giving us that video. Mobile's happening. Does anyone like me no longer bothering carrying a separate camera and just use your mobile phone? Hands up. Yeah, oh, okay, a few of you, yes. In fact, I was doing that, then I got fed up. I can't take good pictures of something so small, so I ended up buying a camera again. Digital this time, not film. I do have a friend who only takes film. He doesn't have a digital camera. Must be the last person in the world to do that. Everyone's on mobile. They're going to access your business on mobile. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to create a mobile app, or are you going to create a mobile website? There's some controversy. I don't know if you were sitting in on the mobile session before, but we just touched on that. And there were some of our panelists who were in favour of web and some were in favour of app. The issue with developing a mobile app is it takes time and money, as will developing a mobile website. But when you've done it, you've then got to persuade someone to download it. Now, in our last mobile session, British Airways have a lovely mobile app, which I'm sure all their frequent flyers download. Whether you download it for one flight on British Airways or not, I don't know whether you do that. The lastminute.com showed us their app called Phone Food. Whether you'd bother with that or not, I don't know. But one thing you will do for sure, if you want to find out about a business, you'll go to their website, and very likely you'll now do that on your mobile phone. And here I want to differentiate between tablets and mobile phones. A lot of people have lumped tablets into the mobile arena. I actually see a tablet as a laptop replacement. It's not a mobile phone. It runs mobile phone operating systems, but it's a tablet, and it's the size of a laptop, and it's being used as a more convenient form of laptop. Boots up instantly, and it's a nice size. So when I'm talking about mobiles, I'm talking about the things us men who have pockets in our trousers put in our pockets. Quite how women use them, I don't know, but wherever I'm sitting in the house, I've got my mobile phone with me. And I think I made a joke before that, you know, what's more important, your mobile phone or your wife? I think actually my mobile phone is actually closer to me for more hours in a day than my wife. Yes, okay, you know, she's not here right now. So if I'm getting lazy. Are we all getting lazy? If I want to look at a website, I'll pull the mobile phone out of my pocket and find the website. And so I think it's very important, if nothing else, if you do nothing else on mobile, you'll make sure that your website works on mobile. Now, it might mean when you look at a mobile, you'll say, yeah, that'll do, I'm not going to do anything with it. Or you might decide that you want to repurpose your website so it's more suitable for mobile. And I was roaming around the web on my mobile to see how different people are doing, and I was looking at some big companies. This is Thomas Cook's website on a mobile. It's not hugely usable, is it? If you can find a link, I don't know, flights or hotels, and click through, well, you wouldn't use it, would you? Fail. Thomas Cook, are they big or what? They can't afford to just repurpose their website? Anyone here from Thomas Cook? Oh, good, that's lucky. Okay. Or we mentioned ebookers before. You type in ebookers.com, not ebookers.mobi or m.ebookers.com. Just type ebookers.com on your mobile phone, and you actually get a purpose-built purpose-built website for mobile, which if you click on flights or hotels, is very easy to use. You'd do business with these people, wouldn't you? And maybe, I don't know, maybe this was developed by Justin, who was in the mobile session before, because he showed us an eBookers app demo, didn't he? But that works. I couldn't believe that these big companies are so bad. I tried another one, Thompson, part of TUI, of course. This is their website on mobile, completely unusable. All right, slightly usable, let's not exaggerate. Click through to flights. Well, would you use it? Very difficult to use. Fail. Go to STA Travel. They have a, they actually transfer. You can see the URL there, it says .mobi on it. I typed in statravel.co.uk, and it actually redirected to their uk.statravel.mobi site. They knew I was on a mobile phone. I didn't have to make any effort. This is very usable. I might want to have a flight, and I can now book cheap flights. Interestingly enough, unlike the others, they realized I'm on a phone, and they put a phone number there. Well, that's handy. And of course, I'm using an iPhone, but I assume it's the same on other devices as well. You could just tap on that phone number, make a phone call. What a shame they have to put an 0871 number, calls cost 10p per minute. That would actually stop me using it. I don't know why they did that. They should have put a geographic number on their website. They missed a trick there, but I'll give them a tick on that. I think they're okay there. So, if nothing else, after today, have a look at your website on a mobile phone and just see whether it's good, bad, or lousy. If it's bad or lousy, you may want to invest a little bit of money doing something about it. I don't think it's big money to take an existing website and repurpose it. Don't ask me how much, I can't answer that one. So, what do you do about mobile? You make sure you have a decent website that can be seen. If you want to go to the next stage and actually start building apps and doing something more, well, that's fine. I think for most of us, we won't be doing that. I think that's very much the province of quite big multinational companies doing that. It takes money to do. Okay, any questions about that? Or comments? No, good. Let's talk about integrated marketing. Here's some nice things you might buy, but there's a difference between the two lots of things. These things on the left, cameras, cars, you see them and then you buy them. Travel, you buy it and then you see it. Big, big difference. And you know what the big difference is? If I'm going to buy that travel, I want a lot of reassurance there. I haven't played with it. I haven't walked into the camera shop and taken a few pictures. I haven't played with that in Car Phone Warehouse. I don't know what this is. I can't see it or feel it. I'm going to have to pay for it in advance. So I want a lot of reassurance before buying it. And that maybe means that in the arena of travel, buy it then see it, that actually social media is even more important in reinforcing the message that yes, you can buy a holiday, go on this beach. There actually isn't an airport behind you or a building site to your right. Which there could be, it's only a photo. So just looking at how marketing used to be, do you remember these lovely arrow diagrams? Awareness, consideration, interest, preference, purchase. That was a lovely straight line of the commitment to buy something, very straightforward. Well, it looks more like this now. It's a mess. People will be dipping in and out of search engines. They'll be going to their Facebook friends, they'll be tweeting a bit, they'll be going to various websites of different travel companies, they'll be popping in and out of search engines, all on their way towards making a purchase. So for ourselves, what we're really looking to do is, first of all, wherever people touch you, if it's on mobile, or if it's on the web, or in print, or TV advertising, whatever you might be doing, you need to have consistent branding. I think we talked quite early on in one of my early sessions today about the importance of brand. It was in the search engine marketing session. Your ideal is that your customers so know your brand that actually, when they want to do business with you, they won't search for beach holiday in Australia. They'll say, hang on, STA Travel do Australia. They'll go www.statravel.co.uk and bypass everything else. Brand really matters. And part of branding is to have consistent brand look and feel across all channels, so people get used to your company quite well. Then, well, I've just touched on this, we have to make sure that whatever channel people are coming into us on, tablets, mobiles, PCs, that you have a properly configured offering that works for that particular channel. Don't be like Thompson or Thomas Cook and have something lousy on mobile, have something that works, carries your branding, and does well for your customers. And the other big issue, actually, is accessing the same pricing availability in customer databases. I do know businesses that have online offerings where the deals available online are not the deals that you can get when you make a phone call. Now, I do know companies that do that overtly. I do know a company that actually is trying to get customers not to phone them. So when they do phone them, the call center says, you can get the best deals on our website. I'm sorry, I just don't have access to those deals. And trying to drive customers to the web for efficiency purposes. I like the idea of maintaining consistent pricing and availability and data and information across all channels. That's my preference. So that you're just providing a consistent message. Imagine you're sort of sitting in the middle of a lot of different channels, web, TV, mobile, whatever it might be. All those different faces of your business have to link into the same pricing, availability, content, branding. That's how I think a business should be. And that's what I call integrated marketing. I don't know whether your business works like that. If you're of a business type, for example, it's got a fairly small website, and you've got someone who tip-taps special offers up onto the website and then leaves them there for 3 weeks after the validity of those offers finished, well, you're not doing the right thing. You can't do that. Won't wash. The related to this is this new concept of the loyalty loop, also taking over from that one-line purchasing decision. This was shown in Harvard Business Review December last year. You can see the way you work around it: consider, evaluate, buy, enjoy, advocate, bond, and buy some more. Something we like to do because it's so hard to win new customers. So if you can keep your customers in that loyalty loop, that'll be fantastic. It'd be interesting to take that loop and see what channels apply where. So let's start at the beginning. I'm considering holiday. I'll go to Google. I'll dip in and out of TUI, lastminute.com, Thomas Cook. I'll go to different websites, just considering what it is I might buy. So you can imagine someone using a search engine and popping in a whole variety of websites just to consider the proposition of buying a holiday. Evaluating, time maybe to go into social media, see what's happening on Twitter, maybe put out a tweet. Does anyone think Mauritius is good this time of year? See what your friends on Facebook will be doing, and apparently you can do that via TripAdvisor now. You go to TripAdvisor, check out hotels. TripAdvisor integrates with Facebook, so your Facebook friends may already be up there talking about Mauritius. And then you go direct to the website where you're going to buy. That's quite easily done. I don't think many people will be buying big ticket travel items on their mobile. I think they'd rather sit down on a big screen and do it. I do a lot of shopping on my mobile, but mainly little things off Amazon and eBay and stuff like that. Has anyone bought a flight or a holiday on a mobile phone? Okay. And then you're there, you're enjoying it. That's fine. While you're enjoying it, then you start advocating it. You start tweeting and Facebooking and telling your friends and family you're having a great time. And maybe when you're back, you put a review on TripAdvisor. And then you've interacted with Thomas Cook. Now, if Thomas Cook are clever, they'll have actually been trying to bond with you. They've now collected some data about you. And what they ought to be doing is starting a conversation with you. Dear customer, hope you enjoyed your holiday. Do please leave a review on a customer review site. And the best customer review will win a bottle of champagne each month, something like that. Maybe invite that customer to like you on their Facebook page. Because if someone likes you on your Facebook page, all their friends know that that company's been liked. And it's Thomas Cook's job now, as the travel company that sold the holiday there, to try as much as possible to bond with that consumer and keeping them going round and round that loyalty loop. I suppose there's just another flavour of customer relationship management, isn't it? It's what it's all about. Don't work so hard winning new customers. Work hard on retaining your existing customers. It costs a lot less. Any questions about that at all? No? Okay. Let me move on to addressing consumer power. Last year I showed the video of United Breaks guitars. Do you all remember that? Yes? Does anyone feel the need to hear the video again? Yes? Okay. I love this. Let's just look at the statistics. This is 11 million people have seen this now. Here's a comment. United Airways lost $180 million in stock after 4 days of this song being uploaded. And as an example, this person down here says, I will never fly United because of this. If they don't care about this guitar, they won't care about my stuff. Oh my gosh. Dave Carroll did a good job here. I won't play it all, we'll just play the beginning.
I flew United Airlines on my way to Nebraska. The plane departed Halifax, connecting in Chicago's O'Hare. While on the ground, a passenger said from the seat behind me, my God, they're throwing guitars out there. The band and I exchanged a look, best described as terror, at the action on the tarmac, and knowing whose projectiles these would be. So before I left Chicago, I alerted 3 employees who showed complete indifference towards me.
And so it goes on. Not a great advert for United, so I think we'll all admit. The reason I showed that, and I did show it here last year, is consumers have power, but this is how it should be done. This is only 10,000 views, but these will be people who were actually interested in the problem.
I'm Brad Tilden.
And I'm Glenn Johnson.
They look like they're on the way to a funeral.
We're here to talk with you about a problem with our computer systems, which has seriously affected our operations today. Early this morning, while a backup power supply system was being installed, a transformer blew and took down the central computer system for both Alaska and Horizon. This system is used to prepare flight plans, among other functions.
As a result, both Alaska and Horizon have been forced to cancel a number of flights, disrupting the travel plans of our customers. In addition, many flights have been delayed by 2 hours or more, and unfortunately more delays are expected throughout the Alaska Horizon route system today.
And so it goes on. But can you see, rather than trying to hide the problem, and we heard about Qantas earlier, didn't we, today in one of the sessions, rather than trying to hide away from the problem, they've been open and honest and tried to engage their customers. Information is so important. I think December here last year, we had a lot of snowstorms that shut Heathrow Airport. And the biggest issue was, there was a big issue, people weren't travelling, but one of the big issues was the fact that no one knew what the hell was going on. And the airlines and the airport weren't communicating with their customers. And I was invited on the radio to talk about that. What can be done? Is it because the communication channels aren't in place? No, they are in place, but no one was talking. If you've got problems, tell your customers. And I'd much rather have 10,000 people looking at my admission of guilt video rather than 11 million people looking at someone else's video that goes wrong. This is the way to do it. Okay, and as part of this, we've touched on this again today, it's very important to monitor your reputation. People will very likely be talking about you out there, whether you engage in social media or not. And there's lots of tools that you can run. I mean, I just run a Google alert on my company name, my name. It costs nothing. You can do the same with Yahoo alerts, social mention alerts. There's a few other tools I mentioned there. Or just go into Twitter and search for your company name and see what comes up. Or go into Google and type in your company name and see what comes up, apart from your own website. You've got to monitor yourself on the web. And we heard earlier from one of the sessions earlier on, Trust You, who are exhibiting here, who have tools to do that. You'd have to pay money to do that. You can do this for yourself fairly well for free. See what people are saying about you. And then respond. Our presenter today from TripAdvisor, Maud, talked about submitting a management response. If you've got complainers on TripAdvisor giving you poor reviews, submit a response. It's got to be polite. It's got to address the problem. if it is actually we talked about this, if it is actually a time waste or someone malevolently rubbishing your hotel, when they just report them to TripAdvisor. There's no point responding then. Okay, I was talking about responding to people. Let's go back to Giraffe. Giraffe had a problem. There was this tweet that came on. Giraffe at Heathrow Airport is the worst service I have ever experienced. Slow and very rude. Avoid it if you can. Now, Vicky at Giraffe, I told you, monitors the word giraffe and probably the word Heathrow as well and other locations, and actually picked up this tweet, didn't ignore it, she actually dealt with it. And we resulted with TRG acknowledging my email to tell them about Heathrow. I'd just like to check if Richard has emailed you, have a great weekend. And this person who was complaining says, hi there, yes, Richard's been in touch, thanks for all your help. Been very impressed with the response after you found my rant on Twitter. Have a great customer. Have a great Christmas, sorry. Yes, have a great customer. Well, the point is, this changed a complainer to a customer. So when someone complains, you could actually see it as an opportunity to win a customer. Might not always work, but you have to do your best for your customers. So I want to talk now about converting visitors to customers to visitors, which is really what I think it's all about, and people don't talk about this much anymore. We're talking about social media, mobile, but at the end of the day, people are going to end up on your website, and when they're on your website, you've got to make sure those visitors become customers. So here's my 5-point plan at the start, and I'll go through these in detail. Match the expectation. What are people expecting? Provide all the information needed to make a sale. It's common sense, isn't it? Signpost the information journey. Make sure people can find their way through your website. Give the customer confidence to do the deal, and then make sure the booking process is as simple and clear as possible. Let me look at all those 5, one by one. Match the expectation. Here I'm doing a search for beach holiday in India on Google, and here's someone actually paying to put up an advert that says China holidays. Now, why on earth would they have paid money to actually display an advert China holidays for beach holiday India? I really don't know. That is not matching expectations. All these other people are fairly good. Holidays to India, exotic beach trip India, China beach holidays, I don't know why that's there. Beaches, luxury holidays, great value India holiday. What's interesting now, if you click through to this, of course, the website's got nothing to do with beach holidays in India whatsoever. I don't think it's an Indian wall, is it? No, no, Chinese one. What's interesting now is if you click through to an advert like this and click straight back again, your advert will change from this to this. Block all kenwoodtravel.com/China ads. Google has added in a line. So if you're putting adverts up there that are not relevant and people are bouncing straight out of your website, Google will give the consumer the opportunity to block all your future adverts. Has anyone ever noticed that before? No, I hadn't. You had? Oh, well done. Well spotted. Okay. I hadn't noticed that before. I just found that doing this. So your adverts have to be relevant. And, of course, it goes without saying that when someone does click through from your advert, the landing page they land on shouldn't be your home page. It should be a page that is relevant to the advert. So if you click through from exotic beach trip India, it'd be very nice if the heading on the page they land on said exotic beach trips in India. That'd be good, wouldn't it? That's relevant. That's matching expectations. Providing all the information needed to make the sale. I'll show Thompson here. I rather rubbish their website on mobile, but it's actually a very good website. I don't know if you can see this. They provide all the information you need. Anyone stayed at the Fiesta Jungler? No, I thought not. Okay. A very nice accommodation. I've never been there myself. But you could, you could look at photos and videos, hotel features, room facilities, location, find out more, and reviews. And you can click through to TripAdvisor reviews, and you click through to, I guess those must be Thompson reviews, providing all the information that's needed, including customer reviews. I love this one here. I'll read it to you. When we arrived at the Fiesta Jungler, we had to leave a €30 deposit each, which they didn't tell you when you booked the holiday, so remember that, Smiley. We got it back, though, and we did break a few things. Oops. This hotel is amazing for young people that want to drink a lot and party. The pool was really good, and there was music all day around it. They also do €15 all you can drink at the bar. This is why you might not want to stay there. You're 2 minutes away from BCM, which is great, and about 5 to 10 minutes from the strip and the beach. They had a shop with really cheap booze and food. The staff in the hotel was very helpful, even though I did get shouted at by the security staff a few times, but maybe that was because we were jumping in the pool at 5 o'clock in the morning screaming off our balconies. Okay, well, there we are. Okay, so it carries on. It's very good. Thompson put up all their reviews up there, and actually does give you a flavour for the kind of person you might like to meet at the Fiesta Jungler, if you're ever there. Okay. All right, not for us, but you never know. You need to clearly signpost the information journey through your website. Let's have a look here. Using imperative words. Look at this. Jump to, search. A nice menu up there that gives you a choice of primary links. Some extra little links up here. What's that? Customer, support, your account, and shopping basket. All very nicely laid out. Have you noticed how the use of the colour pink to highlight things, a few highlighted colour? And with what's called breadcrumbs, a little list showing you where you are in the website, and you can click back. That says home, world, Europe, and then Italy travel. So you can just click backwards if you want. Breadcrumbs are very useful. First Choice actually also have been using this pink colour to highlight the way through their website. Quite useful using highlight colour. It really shows people where they should be going. The same kind of menu. I like this tab menu. It's very use of colour again to show you where you are in the website. Ski holidays, and then you click on any of those links. And the same little sub-menu at the top. Links through to find out more. And so we go on. That's clearly signposted the information journey. I won't go through it all. You can just see, as you look at subsequent pictures, you can just see that the way forward just stands out, doesn't it? Okay, enough of First Choice. You've got to give the customer the confidence to do the deal. So on directski.com's website, they mention quite clearly they're atoll protected, and in case you don't understand the logo, they explain all our packages and flights are fully protected. And if that's not enough, they'll also show their member IATA. They have a Deloitte logo for winning something or other, and they have their, I think it's somewhere down there. No, maybe not there. I actually like having your address and phone number and email links at the bottom of every page, so people you know you're a physical business, you actually exist, and then get in touch with you anytime. Give customers the confidence to do the deal with you. And actually they give you a whole list of different contact details there. And make sure the booking process is as simple and clear as possible. Quite a few of you probably have online booking on your website now. We did a website audit for a client of ours, and we were looking at their booking process. And we built this booking exit funnel where they had nearly 3,000 people entering the booking process, but only 122 booked. They didn't know why. So just using standard Google Analytics and seeing where people were leaving the pages, we found that 1,600 people left after checking availability. Well, that's fair enough, because of course the product might not have been available, so there's no arguments about that. If you want to check availability and it's in the booking process, you have to do that. But of the 1,347 people who then went on to the next stage, a whole 1,000 were thwarted by their room selection procedure. This screen here just was not working. And so 77% of people who got to this stage were just leaving the booking process. So that left 309, of which more than half couldn't quite understand the party names page. It was too complicated. And so they were almost booked. But no, 60% left, and that just left us with 122 people who booked. So just going through this analysis, we realized that just by making the room selection simpler and making the party names page simpler, you could actually really increase the number of bookings from 122 to 1,347, which would be an 11 times increase. And they've been sitting there just wondering why their website wasn't working. No one had done this analysis. They hadn't really thought about it. It really quite often takes someone who's not used to a website, someone external, to come and look at it with a dispassionate eye. And with the changes made, the website is working a lot better now. So you might want to do this kind of analysis on your own site to see where you're losing customers. Use Google Analytics to see where customers are exiting your site. Any questions about that? Okay, well, you know, I'd like to close with a video. That's all I had to say. We're very excited here. 2012 Olympics is coming to London next summer. I hope it doesn't rain too much. And we're looking forward to having lots and lots of tourists. I've got a lovely video here I'd like to show you of our slick Olympic organisation. We've been bringing in delegations of people from different countries to visit the Olympic site. And here's a delegation that the Olympic Committee are handling from Brazil.
One or two difficulties with the technology at the moment.
Olá, estamos perdidos.
As a result of this, there is a possibility that we may be slightly late for our midday rendezvous at the Olympic Park.
Precisamos chegar ao Parque Olímpico em 9 minutos, seja, estamos atrasados.
Yes, the good news is I've spoken to Lord Coe and he's promised not to eat all the cheese and pickle sandwiches before we get there, so that's all good.
In these sorts of situations, a lot of it is about managing expectations, both at this end and at the other end.
That's all right, you've got about this much room. That's doing fine, that's doing fine.
What you're trying to do is give people a sense of ownership of the idea that they're going to be late, and then if they are late, at least they feel they've got an investment in being late.
Yeah, about 3 yards. Keep it warm.
Nina, hi.
Hi, how's it going?
No, it's good. We're out of the traffic anyway. We've pretty much got the road to ourselves.
Okay. Right, yes, I told Seb you're going to be early now.
Right, okay.
So now he's asking me for a time.
Okay. Nina, it might be worth just feeding into the equation at this stage that we may not actually be early, as in literally arriving before you were expecting us to arrive.
So where are you now?
No, we're fine. Once we're on the North Circular, we're pretty much there. I'm just marking your card, really, that's all, so you can manage his expectations.
Yeah, I have managed his expectations. He's expecting you to be early.
Okay, well...
All I'm saying is it might be worth just resetting the dial a bit, that's all.
Yeah, he's not keen on that, okay?
Right, okay.
Once you set his dial, he pretty much doesn't like anybody fiddling with it.
Okay, guys, we're going to be making a brief stop here.
It's 12:10, which means that despite the benefits of satellite technology, they are now officially late, and Ian has made an executive decision to buy a map.
This is a pretty much typical London petrol station. You see them pretty much all over the city, and as you can see, there's a little shop attached to it, so if you do want to get off the coach and take a look, that's cool. But we would ask you to please refrain from smoking, and guys, please be back on the coach within 10 minutes.
5, Siobhan.
Correction, 5 minutes, sorry, make that 5. Okay guys, enjoy.
Para o banheiro na loja.
So we're a lot further...
And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for listening. I do hope the Olympics go better than that. Thank you.